What a rally it was in Fafe, from start to finish, drama and heartbreak. It was an exciting watch all the way through, and there are lots of narratives that can unfold. Firstly, talk about the win that sadly never was. Mika Häkkilä leading until the final stage when he got a puncher in the power stage. Finished 8th, nearly 3 minutes off the lead. But still, that's to show that that's somebody who's going to be up there throughout the season. He had the pace all weekend. And sure, he was one of the better drivers in the rain, which shows skill in changeable conditions that put him up towards the front, but he managed to keep it up there. At the same time, Craig Breen was arguably the outright fastest for the day. I think had he not have been in the position where he had to be the outright fastest, he would have been contended for that win as well. Which would have put Häkkilä amongst Craig Breen, as well as the top two, Mats Osberg and Hayden Paddon. I know Mats took a relatively laid-back campaign last season. He did the Hungarian Championship. Hayden Paddon hasn't had consistent competition in Rally 2. I think even in Rally 2 for a couple of years. He did 3 rounds WRC2 last season. And then you're looking back and he did the ERC last season in Latvia. Then you go back to the 2019 one-off he did at GB. For rallies he's done outside of New Zealand. I mean, I remember Rally GB because I met him there. I tell you what, one of the things he said in his post-event interview, and it's one of the things that, I mean, it's surprising that Paddon says this is something that's developed, because it's a feeling I got from him at the time he's competed at WRC. The fact that he's consistent and that he doesn't push too hard he felt the key to success. He said he developed that, but I feel like that's always been there with Hayden Paddon. And one of the things that's really nice about this series, and really nice about seeing Osberg and Paddon up towards the front and Breen at a similar kind of pace, it shows that, well, these guys have still got that ability. I think Andreas Mikkelsen does as well. But it does show that if we had a top class of WRC that was relatively affordable for privateers, and you could have 15 or 20 people competing in a mix of full-time, part-time factory programs. What it proves to me is that these guys would be considered for it. In Osberg, arguably one of the things that let him down over the course of Sunday was the car. Didn't feel as comfortable in it. It didn't feel as low to him. He was performing as well. Meanwhile, you look at even though Häkkilä was in an older Fabia, he was in the Fabia Evo or the RS Rally 2. It's still quite a domineering machine. And also the 2 cars either side of him on the podium. Also i20Ns, which have been very well developed, especially over the off-season. Craig Breen, the fastest of the day, was in an i20N. It's weird to not think of the Fabio RS Rally 2 as the kind of dominant car this weekend. It wasn't. Fastest one was Marshek, who was a minute 13 off, but with all the issues happened to all the drivers, this is a bit of an outlier of an event. But either way, it was an excellent watch. It was really entertaining. And a nice way to start off the ERC season. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.